Welcome back, guys. This is the King of Weebs here, and this is what if Jiraiya and Tsunade adopted Naruto. This part will be, I'll try to make it 1 hour. My throat's hurting today, and anywho, this what if will start with the Ninetales attack going similar to the original, but here instead of after the Ninetales attack, after the attack, Tsunade and Jiraiya got alerted by the third Hokage, and they got a letter, and they were both worried. Jiraiya, since he still loved the village, he went back straight away, even though in the original he didn't. This time, the letter said that Minato's son, his godson, has been left orphaned, and in Tsunade's letter it said that even the fourth died, and he left back his son, who now is an orphan, and he wants them to come back because even he, as the third Hokage, he really couldn't do anything against the Ninetales, and yeah, especially because the Leaf lost a lot of manpower or military power or women power, much stronger than manpower. Anyway, Tsunade really didn't want to go, but her consciousness was too guilty not to go back, because even her master, as an old man, he's willing to become the Hokage again, and she, who's still pretty young here, she's only 38, because she was a 50-year-old when Naruto was 12. She's only 38, and yeah, so she decides to go back, and her and Jiraiya actually arrive at the same time, even Shizune, and they both kind of socialize a bit, and Shizune too, but then once they get to the third's office, they don't find him, but they find the letter saying that the third Hokage, that he's in his house, to go there, and not to bring anyone except them three, because he knows Shizune is always Tsunade. Remember, Shizune, I'm pretty sure she was the nephew or something of Dan. Anywho, Naruto, the third was actually taking care of Naruto, and once Jiraiya walked in, he actually shed a tear seeing Naruto, his godson, remember, and he just went to pick him up, and Naruto was crying when they walked in, and then as soon as Jiraiya picked him up, he stopped crying, and that just showed that Naruto actually liked Jiraiya. Jiraiya was you must be little Naruto, aren't you? And Naruto smiling and everything, while Tsunade was like, is this the fourth son? Is this the kid that he left back? And the Hiruzen nods and says, indeed he is. I'm really sorry that this kid has no parents. Even his mother died, the Jinchuriki of the Ninetales, and now he is the Jinchuriki. And they were really confused on how a baby could have become a Jinchuriki, but they realized that it's the fourth son and Kushina's son. Kushina was a strong Uzumaki, and Naruto's father was the fourth Hokage, who had an immense amount of chakra. Remember, Minato is known to have a ton of chakra, same as having the Flying Raijin, which is pretty freaking powered. Sorry for swearing. I don't know. I'm getting back into the habit. I don't want to get back into the habit. Anyway, Naruto now falls asleep, and then Jiraiya says, "So, Sensei, why did you want us back?" And Jiraiya, he reasons that unfortunately, I cannot take care of Naruto and the village at the same time. It's too much work, especially after what happened. A lot of villagers might want to attack us. If I leave Naruto alone, I don't know what the villagers could do. So I'm asking you guys, one of you, to take care of Naruto, because I can trust you, and I'm sure you can help Naruto grow into an amazing shinobi. I'm asking you not as your teacher, but not as the Hokage, but a human being. And because people hate the Ninetales and they realize the Ninetales isn't a kid. They would think that the Ninetales might break out easily. Before he was Kushina, was the Ninetales Jinchuriki, and people really didn't care. Most people didn't even know, but now that they know he's the Ninetales Jinchuriki, a lot of people seen it. And Jiraiya says, I would adopt him, even if he's my godson. I would take him in, but I have my spy network. And Tsunade is like, how could you not adopt such a cute baby? Look at him. He has no parents. He doesn't even know what happened to him. When he grows up, he'll understand. And if he doesn't have anyone to look up to, he'll just become a rogue kid. Maybe even a rogue shinobi one day. They should make, if no one helps him grow, he's not going to become a good shinobi, or maybe he might even go against the village after what they're gonna do to him. If he has someone that he knows they love him, he won't. You know what I mean. Anywho, that's what Tsunade says, because Tsunade really isn't good at showing her feelings anymore after what happened to Naoki and her lover. Anywho, Jiraiya's that Jiraiya was contemplating between giving up his spy network and adopting Naruto, or giving Naruto up for adoption and continuing his spy network. Then Shizune is like, how about you both take care of Naruto? I mean, if Lady Tsunade could take care of Naruto while Master Jiraiya's out, not only will she stop gambling as much, but it will help her, and then she won't get into more debts, and so the Master Jiraiya uh, wouldn't have to give up his spy network, since the spy network helps the Leaf Village a lot. Well, from what I know, and Jiraiya says that's a really good idea, but it depends on what Tsunade says. If she says no, then we'll have to find a different way. And Tsunade now is the one put under pressure. She's like, all right then, I'll do it. And basically, Tsunade and Jiraiya was really like, wait, for real, and you'll take care of Naruto with me. And Tsunade is like, ah, don't get any ideas, okay? It's not that I'm in love with you. It's just because of the kid. Now get out of my way. And then the third, of course, actually was not expecting this. He was expecting one of them to at least take care of him, not both of them. And he's really happy about this. Two of his former students becoming Naruto's new parents, and even Shizune will help out in the future. And Naruto's growing up. Jiraiya actually uh, took Naruto out quite a bit during his years in the village, and just saying, I'm not sure if I should have Tsuki in it. I'm still thinking of it right now. The script is not fully completed. I'm not going to record the whole thing right now because I'm going to take a break midway. Anywho, I will make a poll right now. Currently, a lot of people are saying yes, so I'll say she's in it, but she never really met Naruto. Anywho, Naruto is now like 3 years old, and Jiraiya decides to actually take him out to see the ninja world. And Tsunade at first was like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? And Naruto's like, please mommy, can I go? And Naruto was making a cute face, and basically then Tsunade cannot stand this, and she's like, alright, but as long as I go with you, because I cannot trust Jiraiya. I don't know what he could be teaching you, that perv. And basically Jiraiya's like, I wouldn't teach Naruto this. And anywho, Naruto, Jiraiya, and Tsunade, even Shizune goes out. Shizune actually lives with them. Shizune is like Naruto's older brother. Older sister. Anywho, Naruto is actually out of the village for 2 full years, and he's now 5, and has started his training in these years. And Naruto has actually been to different villages, even and now he's heading to the Sand Village. This is something that I really wanted to do. Some people were saying that to do what if Naruto left the village and Gaara left the village, and they met each other. Yeah, I've seen a few people. Well, like one or two people say that. I don't remember when. I'm pretty sure it was one of the members, but I really want to have this happen. Anywho, Naruto was heading to the Sand Village, and just saying, Naruto has learned a ton of ninjutsus. He's actually a prodigy, remember, and his skill level at 5 years old is already high tier Genin level, close to being low tier tuning. Anywho, remember that's 5-year-old Naruto, and he's already thinking like a Hokage. He thinks he's really wise in this what if. And anywho, Naruto already found out that he has 3 chakra natures at the age of 5. He has water, wind, and lightning. Water from his mother, wind from himself and his father, and lightning from his father. Remember the Minato had wind release. Anywho, Naruto actually says he actually really likes training with Tsunade and Jiraiya. And Naruto's strength, oh Jesus, you don't want to know about that. Naruto, he's been training with Tsunade as well, so his punches, he knows the chakra punch thing, yeah. He even knows some healing techniques, and he trains a lot with Tsunade. Remember, Tsunade is actually a special Jonin, I'm pretty sure, or if not, please correct me in the comments down in below. Please don't be too harsh on me. It really hurts my feelings. Anywho, Naruto is now training again on the way, and the Jiraiya was talking to Tsunade about teaching him a ninjutsu that his father learnt, well, his father created with him, and Tsunade is like, not now. Let's not. If we teach Naruto too many things, he might he might have an ego when he goes to school. Remember, too much great power comes with great responsibility, and Naruto's just 5. If he has such power, you never know what he could do. And Jiraiya says, alright, after he passes the academy, maybe then. And this is gonna change, because Naruto will show that he's really responsible and wise. They don't know about Naruto's wiseness yet, because because Naruto hasn't really been showing it. He has done really wise things in the past, but they thought it was just coincidences, because that some could have been common knowledge for them, but for a 5-year-old it would have been really wise. Anywho, Naruto and, well, the trio actually arrive at the Sand Village, and remember, Naruto has learned a lot about other villages and everything, and they're walking in. Remember, the Sand Village isn't too well, they don't hate the leaf yet. Remember, they were actually in kind of a treaty during the Chunin exams, but then because Orochimaru actually wanted to attack it, he changed their minds, and well, he faked that he was the Kazekage, and basically he created the plan to destroy the village. Anywho, it wasn't really the Sand Village itself, and now Naruto is walking in, and he sees a lot of people. They're happy and everything. And remember, Naruto has lived in this village for 3 years, and he has seen the hatred that people were stirring up at him. You know, when they were staring at him, he has seen them hate him. He can tell that they hated him, because he saw them look at him in a really bad way, and every time he got scared when they looked at him. Anywho, he saw that everyone was happy, and he was like, this is nothing like the Leaf Village. So lucky, all the kids get to have friends here. And he was kind of saddened, and then they saw Naruto being sad and said, don't worry, kid, you'll get friends too one day. And Naruto's like, really? And Shizune reassured him again, because remember, Naruto is not like knuckleheaded right now, because he has parents who love him. He has like an older sister who loves him, and it's always been like that for him. He's not an orphan. He's never been orphaned. From what he knows, well, he knows that they're not his real parents, but he doesn't care. He still loves them like real parents. Anywho, Naruto now is heading towards like a playground area where he wanted to play with as well, with the kids there as well, and he sees one kid in particular who everyone was avoiding, and that kid was Gaara. And Naruto's like, why are they avoiding him? And another kid came up to Gaara and said, you demon, You shouldn't be in this playground. Get out of here. And basically was about to kick Gaara, but then Naruto came in the way. Just saying, Naruto has actually learned the body flicker at a really young age, and he actually body flickered and stopped the kick, saying, why should you not be in this playground? Who are you to dictate that? You shouldn't be in this playground if you're gonna kick other kids. Get out of here. And basically this scared off the kid, and he ran away crying, because the kid was extremely scared, because Naruto gave off an ominous aura right there. And Jiraiya and Tsunade and Shizune were really impressed by Naruto's skills, and Jesus, he was scary. Even like for a 5-year-old, giving such speech was kind of mad, because that a 5-year-old wouldn't be like this unless he's really wise, maybe like Itachi level. Anywho, Naruto then says, "Hey, I'm sorry for what happened to you, but they shouldn't do this to others." And then Garo's like, "You shouldn't have helped me. There was no need." And basically, Naruto says, "Here, let me play with you." And basically, they start playing together. Garo was really happy he finally got a friend, and basically they socialized quite a bit. And then the Kazekage arrived and saw Gara playing with another kid and said, "Gara, come back here. You might hurt him." And then Naruto was like, why? And Gara was walking away. And then Naruto was like, "Wait, no, he won't hurt me. He's my friend." And this kind of gave wait, was it Raza? Let me check his name. Yes, Raza. And he's like, you really consider him as a friend? Do you know who he is? Do you know what he is? And Naruto's like, "Why are you treating him like an object?" And then basically Gaara's like, "Father, please, don't tell him." And then he's like, "He's the one tells Jinchuriki. You should be scared of him, Naruto." And Naruto's like, "I don't care. Even if he's the one tells Jinchuriki, what's the tail beast gonna do to me? It's inside of him." And then Raza shouts at him saying, "If he gets angry, he will hurt you, kid." And basically now Jiraiya and Tsunade and Shizune actually come in the way, saying, "Lord Kazekage, please, you shouldn't you shouldn't shout at kids this age. They really didn't do anything. Naruto was just trying to be his friend." And Raza's like, "Oh, the two legendary Sanin. What are you doing here?" And basically they're like, "Oh, we just came to visit Naruto. Really want Naruto, our child. We are taking him around the ninja villages to show him how other villages are, because his village hates him." And Raza was like, "Why do they hate him?" And they're like, "We can talk about this in private while the kids play." And Gara was really happy he got to play again. And now his two siblings came in as well, and they were playing with them as well. So Temari, Naruto, and Gara. Temari, Naruto, Gara, and Kankuro were playing together. They became real good friends. And Raza understood that Naruto's the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, and he doesn't know about it, but they will tell him once he graduates from the academy. And basically Raza understands that two Jinchuriki being friends ain't that bad, and especially because if a Jinchuriki made the first move, if no one else made them become friends, it shows that Naruto really wants to be Gaara's friend, and he doesn't care who he is or what he is. And it shows that Naruto is pretty wise as a kid. He doesn't care about other people's opinions. He's not a sheep. He doesn't follow other people. He does his own thing. He doesn't care what other people think about him. As long as he's doing the right thing, it doesn't matter to him. And this impresses Raza says, and Raza says, "That kid's pretty wise." And they're like, "Yeah, even we didn't know he was this wise, but I guess he is what he is." And then a week later, Naruto had to leave, and Gaara was really saddened by this. But then Naruto says, "We'll meet again, Gaara. Bye." And basically now he leaves. Gaara had new motivation. Even though afterwards everything happened to him, his uncle and everything, Naruto was still in his mind, and he showed it. He actually motivated Gaara in becoming better as a person and not go crazy. And it kind of helped him. He kind of went crazy but kind of stayed sane. And but he's still crazy. Like, he would still kill for fun, but whenever it comes to Naruto, he goes back to his normal self. And anywho, Naruto. Now we have a 2 year, well, 2 and 10 months year gap. Well, time skip. Naruto has trained hard, and Naruto has showed his immense potential and immense amount of wiseness, and which changed Tsunade's mind and said, maybe you should teach this kid the Rasengan. He is pretty wise, and I don't think he'd use it against anyone just for fun. And Naruto is actually learning it now, and he's already on the last step, even though it took him much longer. I know he's a prodigy, but he's not in a rush here. Remember, in the original, Naruto was in a rush to learn containment, even though the first 2 steps would have took him really a real short. It took him literally no time, and the third step was the hardest. Naruto still took a bit more time here. He wasn't in a rush, because he didn't even know he was going to go into the academy yet, because he already thought he was a ninja, but he was not. Anywho, Naruto is now 8, and the academy was going to start soon. So now Naruto's heading back to the village. It's been around how many years? He left at the age of 3. It's been 5 years. Naruto hasn't been in the village, and the Leaf Elders were really pissed that Naruto, the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, isn't in the village, but no other village knew except for the Sand, and the Sand actually made a peace treaty with the Leaf just because of this. And now, basically, Naruto is back in the village, and he's going to enroll in the academy. Naruto's already tuning, high tier tuning level. You could say mid tier Jonin, but Naruto has not shown any of his skills yet, and I'm not gonna say everything now, because I haven't decided on what to give him yet. But he has learned a lot, like I mean a lot of medical ninjutsu too. So not only is he a sensory type ninja, not only is he a close range fighter, long range fighter, and mid range fighter, but he's a healer too. So basically, Naruto is a full team on his own. Anywho, now Naruto enrolls in the academy, having a lot of knowledge, and he sees a lot of kids. Naruto actually enrolled late, and he's in his first year, and I'll say that Iruka was in the first year as well. Why not? Anywho, Naruto enrolled, and he saw literally everyone talking to their friends, and he has no friends pretty much, but he saw a seat in the middle of the class, right in the middle of 3 people. Well, 2 people on the left and 1 person on the right, and then there was just an empty seat. Even though those 3 were talking to each other, that empty seat was just there, and there was no space, nowhere else you can sit. And that seat was in between. On the left, on the far left, was Choji, then Shikamaru, then the empty seat, then Tsuki. Those 3 were real good friends. And then Naruto said, can I sit here, please? And basically, remember, Naruto's really shy. He really doesn't know how to make new friends. It was just that one time with Gaara, because he really felt like Gaara was getting bullied on, and he's like, no, I'm not gonna let this happen. Why should he get bullied for no reason, for just being himself? And he's like, can I sit here, please? And the other 3 are like, sure, why not? And remember, they're still like 8 years old here, and same as Sasuke was at the front. All the girls were going crazy about him except for Tsuki. Tsuki's not even his sister. Tsuki's Shisui's sister. And here Tsuki has no one, pretty much no one, except for her brother. And this was like right the day before, no, sorry, I meant the week before the Uchiha massacre, and this was the day where Shisui was gonna die. Unfortunately, it has to be like that. And basically, once Shisui died, he actually gave his eye to Itachi and said, please give this to my sister. Once she awakens, the monkey killed Sharingan. I don't have much time. Itachi, my friend, I'll leave the rest to you. And basically, in the end, he committed suicide because he doesn't want anyone to get his body or anything. Anywho, uh, Itachi saves the eye, the last remaining eye of Shisui Uchiha, and he will give it to Tsuki Uchiha once she awakens the Mangekyo, because he is sure that she will, and if not, he will make sure she will, because he will have to. And he doesn't want to kill the only thing remaining of his best friend. Well, the only thing will remain. Well, the closest person to his best friend after him was his little sister, Tsuki, and he doesn't want to kill her, so he will leave her alive. Anywho, Naruto and Tsuki really became really good friends. And just saying, Jiraiya staying in the village for a few years now, and because he has done a lot of spy work, and he has gathered a lot of information, more information than before, because now he had three other people helping him, while Naruto was just socializing, well, making new friends around the world and actually learning new things. He actually became much stronger, and he got more information. Anywho, now Naruto is going back home, and his first day in school wasn't too bad. He wasn't the best in school, even though he wasn't trying at all. He was actually at the bottom of the class, not fully at the bottom. Here I'll say that Sakura still exists. Unfortunately, Kiba, you have to get annihilated. Anywho, Naruto is now going back home, and he's getting the glares at him again, and he can see this, but he just smiles back, saying, "You guys might hate me, but I don't, and as long as I don't hate myself and you guys, there's no point of hating me. I have friends and a family. You can stop glaring at me already now. It's not it's not polite." And basically now he runs away because he's really shy about this. He always wanted to say this to them, but he's never had the courage to, but he said it now. Anywho, this day Tsuki goes home to see her brother missing, and basically remember, Tsuki is not strong at all here. She's actually not even a prodigy, and she's more knuckle-headed. She's more like a Naruto in the original. Anywho, Tsuki was met by Itachi, and Itachi said, "Forgive me for this, Tsuki." And he put her under a genjutsu, where Tsuki saw everything that happened, and she really hated Danzo. And this didn't fully change Tsuki. She just hated Danzo, and she actually awakened not only the two Tomoe Sharingan, but also the Mangekyo. And basically then Itachi said, "Tsuki, I'm sorry to do this to you, but you have to take this eye." And Tsuki's like, "Whose eye is this?" And basically uh, Itachi explains this is her older brother's eye, and he has the Mangekyo Sharingan. If she puts it in, she won't go blind from using it. Well, in one eye at least. The other eye she'll have to get on her own. And Tsuki says, "I'll train hard to beat Danzo." And basically Itachi really doesn't want to do this, but he pulls an 8-year-old's eye out, and puts in Shisui's, and Tsuki awakens the eternal EMS on one eye, while the other eye doesn't have it. He only has the Mangekyo Sharingan. I'm not gonna say plot armor and say that, oh, she awakens both just by one. Anywho, now Tsuki is actually, well, has a Mangekyo Sharingan, and promises Itachi that she will train hard and become strong enough to beat Danzo and take her brother's eye back, because he doesn't deserve it. He killed her brother, basically. Anywho, and basically now Naruto and Tsuki actually become real good friends, and the next week the whole Uchiha clan gets massacred, and Sasuke fully changes. And Naruto can see this, because Naruto was kind of friends with Sasuke. He kind of socialized, but they were still rivals. And now Sasuke doesn't even talk to him. He just says, "I'll beat you, Naruto." and don't try to talk to me. And basically Naruto always loses to him on purpose, of course. He doesn't want to beat him because he sees that Sasuke has lost his whole clan, same as Tsuki, but Tsuki really didn't care about anyone because she didn't have anyone in the clan that actually liked her. It was just Shisui, but she lost him like a week before, and the only three people she could really well the only three people that she could really trust were her three friends, Shikamaru, Choji, and Naruto. And Naruto's actually did hear about Shisui's brother's death, but now Shisui is an orphan, fully orphan. Even though her brother can't take care of can't take care of her anymore. She actually moves into an apartment, literally next to Naruto's house. That's true plot armor. Anywho, now we will have a 4-year time skip. Naruto's now 12, and he's about to. This is like a month before graduation, and Naruto, Tsuki, Shikamaru, Choji are still friends, but a few new people have joined the group. Ino, Shino, and Hinata have joined the group because they're really good friends, and also Sakura's kind of friends with them, but she still fangirls over Sasuke. Anywho, Naruto passes the exam easily, and he doesn't do the clone jutsu because he's not good at it, but he does the multi-shadow clone jutsu, and he makes pretty much 10 copies of himself. And just saying, Naruto's been in the village for 4 years now, and he got used to the looks, and the third Hokage actually asked Jiraiya to become the fifth Hokage because he is getting old and he doesn't believe he's worthy at this point, and Jiraiya declines, saying he's not worthy enough, and there is someone worthier than him, and he proposes that he says Tsunade should be the Hokage, and then Tsunade, having no choice, she accepts, not only because Jiraiya was asking her to, who she kinda is falling in love with, but also her teacher, her sensei, said that it would be a good choice. It would be a good thing to have a fifth Hokage, her. Anywho, Tsunade says alright, and Naruto's really happy, and just saying, no one really stole the scroll because Mizuki never got a chance to. Instead, he tried himself, but Tsunade kind of pummeled him. Anywho, Tsunade's ceremony was held a day after Naruto's exam, and I'll say that Naruto's team, you know how Naruto was meant to be assigned to a team? It happened a day later. A day after the original. Anywho, here, Naruto will be in team, since Kiba's not in here. Tsuki has actually mastered her EMS and her MS, and also she knows how to use the 3 Tomoe Sharingan perfectly, and Sasuke has awakened the 2 Tomoe Sharingan by now, and Sakura, Sasuke, and Naruto are put in a team, and Tsuki, Hinata, Shino are put in Team 8, and Team 10 remains the same, and Naruto's kind of bummed out that he's not with any of his friends, and he's with 2 people he's not really friends with. I mean, he doesn't really care because it's still his team and he needs to make friends with them now, and now it's compulsory for him or he's not gonna become a good ninja, and his mission is to become Hokage. His life mission. Anywho, Naruto accepts the team, and he says whatever, a team is a team, they're not gonna slow me down. Sasuke's pretty strong. Sakura needs some improvement, but I mean, she could do it. Anywho, he believes in her. First person. Anywho, Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke are waiting for Kakashi. Naruto really doesn't do anything. Naruto's just there, and Sakura's still fangirling, simping over Sasuke while Sasuke is just like sharp already. Anywho, Kakashi walks in and says, he must be Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, and Naruto Uzumaki. Interesting. The strongest one out of them is definitely Naruto. Second is Sasuke, and then Sakura cannot compare to them. Whatever, they're pretty boring. And then he's like, alright, let's go to the roof. And basically, of course, they go to the roof, and Kakashi's like, alright, tell me what your dreams are. We'll begin with you, Sasuke, and introduce yourself. And Sasuke says, my name is Sasuke Uchiha, and my dream, well, I don't really have a dream, because it's going to become reality. It is to restore my clan and to kill a certain somebody. Then it was Sakura. Sakura's like, well, my likes are, well, you know, the same thing as, you know, original. I don't want to do it. It's dead. Anywho, then Naruto's turn. Naruto's kind of different. Naruto's that I want to become Hokage and I want to bring peace to this world, and I want to stop the cycle of hatred. Remember, Naruto's father, well, godfather, well, adoptive father now, is Jiraiya, and his mother is Tsunade. So he must know the cycle of hatred already, especially since Jiraiya did teach. He must have told Naruto over these years, especially no, I'm messing up my script. Naruto has been told by Jiraiya in these 4 years that he was here, and Jiraiya and Tsunade said that teamwork is really important in a ninja's life, and they said never to forget about teamwork. That's why ninjas work in a team. They don't work alone. If teamwork wasn't needed, there would be no teams. After becoming a genin, after leaving the academy, you're put in a team for a reason. You need to learn how to work as a team, because when you're older, when you're an actual shinobi, a jonin, you will have to work with other people from other, even maybe from other villages. Even if you don't know them, you'll still have to work with them eventually. Anywho, Naruto says, my dream is to become Hokage and bring peace to this world and stop the cycle of hatred. And basically, Kakashi was really surprised by this, because Naruto's a 12-year-old. Naruto's thinking more like a Hokage, a Kage level fire. Well, not fire, a Kage. Only extremely wise people think like that. And Naruto's already thinking like a Kage, and it's kind of reminding him of Itachi, because remember, Itachi actually worked with Naruto. And Naruto is kind of a pacifist. He doesn't really like violence, but he loves pretty much sparring and everything. And just saying, Naruto is right now, he's a top tier healer, and also he's a top tier stealth ninja, and a top tier pretty much he's a team on his own. That's all I'm gonna say. Anywho, while that was happening, Tsuki was actually having her test straight away in the same day, because yes, Tsuki will have a test as well. All teams will have tests. I'll say bell tests for all of them. I don't care why. Because why not? And anywho, Naruto will take it the next day. Then anywho, Kakashi explains to them that tomorrow they will have a test, and to not to eat. And this time Naruto will follow this. Well, he will follow this instruction, because I don't want him to eat. This test will be pretty hard, especially because Naruto's not friends with them. And then it's not about not liking Naruto, because Sakura really doesn't hate Naruto, because Naruto's not annoying. Naruto really didn't even simp over her. I don't even know why he simped over her. Out of all the people, like, Hinata was there, still one of my favorite ever characters. Don't ask me why. Even Ino, who's extremely underrated. Anywho, Naruto, the next morning, Naruto wakes up really early, and says goodbye to both Tsunade and Jiraiya, and then hugs Thing. Shizune. Remember, Shizune is like an older sister to Naruto, and Shizune helped Naruto a lot in studying as well, because Naruto was not the best. Remember, he's still Kushina's and Minato's son. I know Minato is really smart, but Kushina was not. Remember. Anywho, no offense. Naruto heads there at 7 AM, and he's the first one there. He actually came an hour early, because why not? And it's his first time actually being in a team, because he's always worked alone. Like, well, not really. He's never really worked, but you know what I mean. He's always pretty much been alone, especially in missions. Because he did do some missions, but he was with his parents, and it was just helping out just a little bit, not too much. Anywho, Naruto then sees Sasuke arriving, and then Sakura, and then a few hours later, Kakashi, and they're all hungry, and Naruto's like, God damn it, this was all a trick. Whatever. Anywho, remember, Naruto is actually a high tier Jonin level right now, because remember, he's a team on his own, and he could pass the bell test all on his own, but he does not, because he still remembers what his parents told him: teamwork is key. Anywho, the bell test begins, and anywho, the bell test begins, and Kakashi explains that they have to take the bells from him, and Sakura points out that there's only two, and he's like, exactly, only two of you will be passing, so good luck. And of course, all three of them actually go into hiding, because Naruto knows about Kakashi. He's actually heard stories about him from his parents as well, that he's Kakashi of the Sharingan, and he has a Sharingan, and that he has learnt over 1000 jutsu. He is the copy ninja. Anywho, it's a reputation given to Kakashi because like he's so OP right now. He's feared by nations. Yes, he's feared by nations. Anywho, Naruto now heads to Sasuke and Sakura. He actually so Sakura was actually near Sasuke this time because she wanted to hide with him. And now Naruto arrives to them and tells them they have to work together to get the bells. And then Sasuke says, "But there's only two. If we work together, one of us will not pass." And Naruto's like, "It doesn't matter about getting the bells. It's about teamwork. Even if we don't get the bells, as long as we work together, we will still pass." And then Sasuke's like, "How can you be sure?" And then Naruto's like, "Have you ever heard a team of a Genin team with only two Genin and one Jonin? If you have, please show me. Please tell me, prove it. I mean, you have the Sharingan, you can still show me, can't you?" And Sasuke's like, "Alright, I believe you, but how are we gonna work together?" And Naruto's like, "It's easy. I'll be the diversion, and then you come in and you help me fight Kakashi, and Sakura will be the one to take the bells. And after, Sakura will throw it to us, because then you will show that Sakura was part of the team as well. She doesn't care about passing, and she'd rather let her teammates pass. Do you understand the plan? It will show that we're selfless, and we will help our teammates no matter what." And Sakura accepts it because she's not too fussed about Naruto. Remember, Naruto's pretty cool here. Anywho, then Sasuke's like, "Alright, but what opening are you gonna give me?" And Naruto's that, "As soon as you see one, you will come in. I'm sure you're an Uchiha, right?" And then Sasuke's that, "Of course I am." And then Naruto's that, "Then you should know the fireball jutsu. All Uchihas are pretty much masters of it." And Sasuke's that, "Yeah, alright." And Naruto's like, "Come in with the fireball jutsu. If you miss, I'll use a water technique to make to make it all steamy around us. Then you can activate your Sharingan and look and see Kakashi Sensei, okay?" And then Sasuke's like, "But how about you?" Naruto's like, "Don't worry about me. I'm more of a stealth ninja. I'll hide in the smoke, and if I see an opening, I'll try to get the bells as well, okay?" And then they're like, "Alright." So then the plan goes into action. Naruto pops in, well, with multiple clones. There's like a dozen of Narutos, and they all attack Kakashi at the same time, and Kakashi's like, "That's a pretty bold move, Naruto, don't you think?" And basically, he pretty much gets rid of all the clones, and then Naruto's like, "God damn it, I have to remember he's a Jonin." And it's not easy to beat a Jonin, that's for sure. And Naruto's like, "Alright then, can you handle this then?" And basically Naruto, just saying, Naruto has mastered the Rasengan, and he's actually on his on his way to master the Rasen Shuriken. Anywho, just saying, one more thing I forgot to mention: Jiraiya will be leaving soon to continue his his spy network, because now he can actually leave the village, because Naruto has grown up. Tsunade can take care of Naruto too. Also, Tsunade is the Hokage, and he trusts her. He will be back for the Chunin exams because Naruto is his son, remember. Anywho, now Naruto is fighting Kakashi, in taijutsu, and basically Naruto's taijutsu is pretty much on point. Remember, he's been taught by two legendary Sanins, and even Shizune, who is a Jonin. Anywho, well, I'm pretty sure she's a Jonin. If I'm wrong, please correct me. I'm not sure. I haven't really done too much research on her, even though she's not a really important character, but I really like Shizune for some reason. I don't know why. Anywho, Naruto is still trying to make an opening for Sasuke because it hasn't been working. But then Naruto realizes he could do it by actually using a water release technique and a lightning release technique, and you guys would understand what I mean. What he does is that he says, alright then, and basically he tries to kick Kakashi in the face, but Kakashi gets both of his arms to shield his face, and Naruto uses this as a boost to actually jump backwards and says water style, water shockwave, and Kakashi is like, wait, what? How does he know that? That is a really high level ninjutsu. And basically Kakashi actually isn't too affected by this, but the ground is wet now and it's a bit slippery. But this was not Naruto's intention. Naruto's true intentions were to actually use a lightning release technique on the water, on the wet ground, and the water on the watery ground, slippery ground, that's what I mean. And since there's water in it, water is a a condenser of electricity. So Naruto uses the lightning release, lightning style, lightning stream, and basically Kakashi has to jump up. And Kakashi was really impressed by Naruto because Naruto has just used a combo technique which is actually pretty hard to pull off, especially at his level. For a Genin to pull that off, that is really good. Anywho, he's really impressed in that I guess he really is Jiraiya's and the Hokage's student. Impressive. Master Jiraiya has taught him really well. And then basically Sasuke took this as an opening and came in and finally used the fireball jutsu, which Kakashi actually was able to dodge. Even mid-air, he was actually able to dodge it. And Naruto's like, god damn it, it didn't work. And so what he did is that he said water style, water wall, and basically the fireball jutsu hit the water wall, and there was a lot of steam, and Kakashi's like, wait, what? And Sasuke activated his Sharingan and could see Kakashi, and Kakashi realizes that someone's coming at him. He can still feel it, especially because Sasuke is using the Sharingan. His presence is being felt by Kakashi, and Kakashi dodges his kick. Then they start fighting, and Kakashi's like, god damn, I have to use it. And he actually takes off his mask and starts fighting Sasuke with the Sharingan. And Sasuke's like, how do you have the Sharingan? And then Kakashi's like, I'll explain later, not now though. And basically then Naruto is hiding in the smoke, and he still can't find an opening, especially because it's pretty hard to just sense them and try to get the bells, but it is what it is. And then Naruto says, that's enough. There's no way Sakura could see, if I can't see through this, Sakura cannot. And basically what he does is that he says wind style, wind hurricane, and wind tornado, which actually gets rid of the steam, and Naruto and Sasuke start fighting together. And basically now Naruto actually makes an opening for Sakura, and Sakura actually is able to take both bells, not one but both, because Kakashi was actually getting tired. Remember, he's using the Sharingan against someone who has the Sharingan and someone who's a Jonin level fighter, and Naruto's not even trying. If he really was trying, he could have took the bells easily from Kakashi and even tried to fight him off. He knows Kakashi is stronger than him, but it would have been an easy taking the bells from Kakashi would have been really easy. But he still remembers his parents' words, and they said teamwork is key to be a ninja, and he takes them to heart, especially because his parents said them. Anywho, Naruto, Team 7 basically passed the bell test, and Kakashi then had to explain to Sasuke how he has the Sharingan, and then Sasuke understood and said, alright. And now now that they all passed, Naruto actually went home really happy to see. Well, he's happy not only to see his mom back home and his dad about to leave. Yes, Jiraiya was about to leave on this tonight, and instead of well, Jiraiya's like, how about you all go out? I'm sure Tsunade will find time, right? And Tsunade's like, of course I'll find time. My boy has just passed, my son. And basically, Naruto's really happy, and even Shizune is really happy for Naruto, because now Naruto is a full-fledged genin, a full-fledged ninja. And the next day they will start their Naruto will get his first ever mission, and basically they decide to go out, them three, Naruto, Tsunade, and Shizune. Shizune is not looking forward to going out, especially because she knows when they go out, Tsunade is a whole different self. Well, she lets out her drinking habit, and basically Naruto's like, can I get Tsuki too? She became a genin too, and but they're like, of course you can, and they have a little party, and in the end, the next day arrives. The next day, Naruto gets his first ever mission, and of course it's a D-ranked mission, and this time it's given by his mother, Tsunade, and Naruto's like, alright, and they had to find a missing cat, and this went on for a full month until Naruto actually kind of got bored of these missions, and he asked his mom, can they get a higher ranked mission? And Tsunade is that only if your sensei decides that you're ready. So, are they ready, Kakashi? And Kakashi says, well, I have seen improvements in Sakura. Well, not too many, but still some improvements. And Sasuke's always been strong. Naruto has been always strong, even stronger than sometimes even stronger than me. Well, of course he doesn't say that. He thinks that Naruto's hiding something. He can feel something. He always, every time Naruto actually uses a technique, he can feel that Naruto is not using his true strength, because he believes that Naruto is stronger. Especially in the bell test, the bell test. He knew he made the plan because he did ask them, and he knew a normal genin would not come up with this plan, especially to actually blind Kakashi like that. I know it's he knows that a genin wouldn't be able to come up with this plan, and Naruto's definitely hiding something. Yeah, and he is, of course. Naruto is not showing his true strength because he doesn't want to make Sasuke jealous, because remember, Sasuke has kind of an ego. Well, he does have an ego. Anywho, Naruto says, yeah, I mean, can we now? Since Kakashi Sensei, we can. Said we were strong enough, and Tsunade sighs and says, I shouldn't be doing this, but okay. I just hope Shizune won't get too angry, because Shizune is like the overprotective one out of the two, because like Tsunade is a bit laid back, same as Jiraiya, but Shizune is super overprotective, and Naruto knows that, and of course Shizune only does it for Naruto's good, and she wants Naruto to become strong and always stay safe though. But it is what it is. Now Tsunade says you can come in now, and Tazuna walks in and sees the three, all of them, and says, that one looks pretty short. Are you sure she's a genin? And remember, Sakura still has her temper and says, would you just say to me? And basically Tazuna's like, I guess she has some backbone at least. Alright, so tomorrow, we will leave tomorrow. The mission is to escort me back to my land, or understood, kids? And Naruto said, yes sir. And same as Sasuke said nothing, and Sakura's like, alright, old geezer. And Tazuna kind of got pissed, but then Naruto's like, hey Sakura, he's the client. Remember, we have to stay. We have to listen to what he says. He's the one paying us. Remember. And Sakura's like, God damn it! If he wasn't a client, I would have punched a hole through him. And Naruto's like, if you were strong enough, maybe. And Sakura's like, what'd you say? Naruto's like, yeah, whatever. Then the next day arrived, and Team 7 left for their first mission. And just saying, Tsuki's still doing D rank missions. Remember, Tsuki is not a prodigy here. She's a hard worker. She's not a prodigy though, is she? I did say she's not a prodigy, even though she's an Uchiha. Not all Uchihas are prodigies, to be honest. Anywho, well, for the ones that we know, they are pretty freaking strong. I mean, the Uchihas that we've been shown, they were all prodigies, and the Uchiha are way too overpowered. Not gonna lie, like freaking hell. So the Susanoo, the Yatamura, what the hell, man? Like Totsuka Blade, how overpowered do you have to make them, Kishimoto? Anywho, Tsuki is not a prodigy, but she's a really hard worker, and she's actually one of the strongest Genins. Well, she's actually as I said, low tier Jonin level, high tier Chunin level. Anywho, that's only because she worked extremely hard, especially with Naruto and her friends. They did train a lot together. Anywho, Naruto is on his mission, and he's happy to have this mission because that's his first ever C ranked mission. And basically, they walk past the puddle. Naruto notices it straight away. Same as Sasuke. Sakura really doesn't. Tazuna doesn't. Of course, Kakashi does. And as soon as the demon brothers appear, Naruto actually body flickers in front of him and actually puts them to the ground. And he's like, "Who are you after? Why are you after us? And what are you? Who sent you?" And the demon brothers are like, "Where's the strength?" And Kakashi was actually pretty stunned because he's like, "Wait, what? My guy, he just went past me without me even noticing. What? Just how much power is Naruto hiding?" Anywho, Kakashi praises Naruto and says, "Alright, so either you guys give us information, who sent you, why, and for who, or you die." And basically, the demon brothers basically said that they're after Tazuna. They've been sent by Gato. And basically Tazuna explains everything, that he's lied about the mission. And Kakashi's like, "We're going back to the village." But Naruto's like, "No, that's not fair. Look, they weren't that strong. Even I was able to take them out. Imagine how strong you would be. You're way stronger than me. Come on." And plus Sasuke is really strong. Even Sakura is strong. And that's a lie. But of course Sakura will get stronger over time. I will give her some development. Anywho, then Kakashi was convinced by Naruto, and he's like, "Alright, but only this time. Next time, if this happens another time, we will go back to the village. And plus, one more thing, if I tell you guys to not get involved, if there's someone even if there's someone even stronger than these two, someone that I tell you not to get involved with, you guys will stay back while I fight, okay?" And remember, Naruto doesn't really want to do that, but he's like, "Alright, whatever." And anywho, that's where I'm gonna end it off. I hope you all enjoyed it. This was the King of Weebs. Please subscribe to Ratreet and Miniman123, and also follow Shokiro on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and join my Discord server, link in the description below. All the links are in the description below. And if you're new, please like and subscribe and share it with your friends, family, whatever. Anywho, I know, like, from my YouTube analytics, there are at least 49% of you that are not subscribed. In fact, let me check right now. Let me check how many are not subscribed. There are 48.3% that are not subscribed. It's kind of mad. It's kind of mad, guys. Come on, guys. Let's make that into 0% not subscribed and 100% subscribed. Come on, let's do this. Anywho, I hope you all enjoyed it. Please take care, stay safe. This was the King of Weebs here, and peace.